What's up? Welcome to Ask the Ma'ats. Who am I? I am Aiyana Ma'at, and I normally do this advice column with my husband, Aiyana Ma'at, every single day here at blackloveandmarriage.com.
I mean, that right there is real.
It's just me. It's just in me.
It's bigger than him.
Dang. Put your breath in my face. Let's see if you want 3 for 3. For those of you who don't know, I do an advice column with my husband on love and marriage and being intentional. We have a website that you can get to through beintentional.com or through blackloveandmarriage.com. And so as I sat here today trying to figure out what it was that I was going to speak to you guys about, because my husband is not here right now and I have to do this thing solo, I was stuck. I was really stuck. And so I started out saying, well, I'm going to talk about something outside of relationships and love and marriage and all that stuff that we talk about all the time. And I'm going to pay attention to the other part of my passion. For those who don't know, one part of my passion is working with couples, helping folks to be able to be intentional in their relationships. Along with my husband, we do it all the time, and it's just what we do. We do classes, we do coaching, and we're just always trying to be intentional about experiencing the relationships that we want to see. Well, the other passion that I have is just about getting folks to get still, tap into who you are and why you're here on this planet, what it is you're supposed to be doing, kind of push pause on the monotonous day-to-day routine and figure out what is it that I'm supposed to be doing. Because I do believe, and you've probably heard me say it before if you follow us, everybody comes for a reason. Everybody comes into the world for a reason. And so as I sat and tried to figure out what am I going to talk about in that vein, I was stuck. I mean, it was a little eerie because I'm never stuck. And I was confused and I started to feel some anxiety within myself. And as I started to feel the anxiety within myself, I just got real still. And I went and I opened up a book that I cherish and I read a little bit of this book. And the part that I focused on and the part that I was drawn to talked about confusion. And the book is by Aiyana Van Zandt, for those of you who know her. And the book talked about confusion. It talked about the fact that when you're confused, you're just faking. It's a front for what you really feel. That confusion is really an illusion. That when you say you're confused and you don't know what to do, or you're stuck, or you're just like, I don't know, whether it's within a relationship, whether it's with a path you need to take in life, whether it's with a new career, what to do with your children, or just how to live your life. If you find yourself saying that you're confused, then you're not being honest with yourself. And usually it's because we don't want to get clear. We don't want to be clear, because if we are clear about what it is we need to do, where it is we need to go, what resources we need to pull to ourselves to get it done, if we're clear about it, then we get scared that it might not happen in the way that we want it to happen. It might not come out the way we want it to come out. If I'm honest with my spouse or my boyfriend or my girlfriend about what it is I really need, they might fail me. So I'll just be confused. I don't know what to do. If I'm honest about, wanting to go back to school and wanting to get more education, people might think that's a joke because I'm a little too old. So I just won't really, I won't state that, and I won't pay attention to that. I'll just stay confused. I don't know, maybe I'll go back, maybe I won't. I don't know, I'll just be confused. If I, Aiyana Ma'at, am honest about the fact that deep within my soul, it gives me more than I can ever express to each of you great satisfaction and a feeling like I'm being in and on my purpose like no other. When I speak to folks about being authentically who you are, pausing, I'm saying it again, but this is just me, pausing and figuring out why you're here and what are you doing with what God has given you in your relationships, in your life, and making sure that your life doesn't pass you by. Good grief, tomorrow is not promised. So live life the way you need to live life. Don't be afraid to do what it is you want to do, to be true to yourself, to really tap into what your passions and your dreams are. And that if your answer to me is, I don't have any passion, I don't have a dream, I don't even know what you're talking about, I just need to make sure I keep my good government job and bring home the money every day, I'm good with that. If that's your answer, to challenge yourself to say, even with that, that's fine. But what are you here for? And if you don't know the answer, then that means that there is some dead space in you that you got to wake up. Because everybody, I believe, comes here for a reason. Somebody's waiting to hear you. Somebody needs your business. Somebody needs your prayer. Somebody needs your skills. Somebody needs you to get that degree. Somebody needs you to do what you came to do because God meant for it to happen so that you can bless somebody else. I hope that this has touched someone, if just one, and that you will take some time to get still when this turns off. That you will take some time to ask yourself some questions you haven't asked yourself in a while. That you'll maybe have a conversation that you ain't been trying to have. You'll write in a journal and let some words come out that you ain't been trying to think. Whatever it is, whatever area of your life needs examination, needs movement. Woo! Let's get it going. Let's get it moving. That's what I say all the time because that's who I am. And yet I had a moment and said, what are you doing, Aiyana? I ain't been really pushing like I need to. But guess what, y'all? I promise you this. I will stop playing and start pushing.